Aaron, slow afternoon for the offense. Couldn't seem to get much going all day long. With Kikuchi, what made him difficult? What kept him off balance?
Kind of settled in. I thought he was really good. We're still, didn't have much going against him in the first few innings, but it was kind of in line with what we've been doing. I think he was around 70 pitches at that 3-inning mark. And, so we were taking tough at bats, but he was just beating us in spots. Thought he did a good job changing speeds. I thought his heater was quick at the top, but, worked it on both sides of the plate too. Didn't have a lot of real good scoring chances. And, the couple he made some pitches. So just not a lot going offensively.
Any consideration to pinch hit for Birdie there in the 7th or Trevino in the 8th?
No. Not with Richards.
And with Stroman on the mound now, 12 innings, has not allowed an earned run. Just how impressed have you been with what he's been able to do?
Yeah. He's been terrific. I mean, he's right in line with, how he's been really the last couple months and building up. Execution's been excellent. Command excellent, where he wants to be, the misses he wants, staying off the barrel, big pitches in some spots where the occasion where he's had to make one, but really sharp.
Andy.
Birdie's got such good stuff. What do you make of what happened there?
Yeah, it was just a little wild there coming in. Good to see him settle in and finish off the inning. Ultimately getting Vlad and Bo there. So, just a couple of wild ones. And when you're, the stuff's like his, it can get away a little bit. So, tough to have it go like that there, in a low-scoring one.
Gary, right here.
Marcus has talked a lot about having a lower heart rate, calming himself down before starts. Is there anything different or unique you've noticed about his pre-start routine that stands out to you?
I mean, a lot. I mean, he's very unique. The low heart, I think, breathing is, he works really hard on his breathing, and breathing controls everything, is the start to everything, the mind, the body. He does a really good job of understanding how to slow things down. He has a unique way of, I haven't watched his full routine, but he's, the way he gets his body in tuned and ready to go is pretty cool when you witness some of it.
Over there to the right.
Aaron, you being a Southern California guy, earthquakes, nothing new for you. Where were you when it happened? Did you feel it? And what were you thinking as that unfolded?
We were taking batting practice. I was on the field behind the cage talking with John Flaherty. I thought it was, initially I thought it was the sound system booming. So it just a little buzz. I heard it was Tewksbury, New Jersey, and John Flaherty and I were talking about Bob Tewksbury. Can't make it up. Yeah. While we realized that like 5 minutes later, I said, we were just talking about Bob Tewksbury. Crazy.
Back left, Tom.
Aaron, what was the opening day experience like for you and the team?
Great. Good. Didn't end well. Finished to put a grade on the day, but I know the weather's been obviously rough here over the last week, so to have the weather cooperate, breaks of some sun in there, crowd ready to go, ready to erupt. Unfortunately we just didn't get it going offensively to really blow the roof off. So, but always an awesome day, and again, like, important that everyone gets to put on a uniform on an opening day and cover it and be around it. It's not to be taken lightly.
Randy and Brendan.
I'm here. You've been saying that you're not concerned with Giancarlo, and he could break out at any moment. What are you seeing from him, and how quickly can someone recover from what's going on?
I mean, that's G, man. I mean, he's been, he can be streaky like that, and once he gets it going, hop on. So I don't see it that far off. One of the good chances we had to score there was the first and second situation when he has I think around 8 pitch at bat against Kikuchi. I thought he was all over looked like a breaking ball early in that count that he just missed. And then Kikuchi out executed him at the end there. So he's in the at bats, like not overly chasing. So you just gotta ride with a little bit and have him catch fire. I mean, he looks healthy, he looks strong, he's firing well. Just not getting any results yet.
Brendan and Ron.
2 quick questions. What did you take away from Juan Soto's home opener today?
Yeah, obviously a lot of anticipation. Good to see how the fans reacted to him. Obviously we just didn't get much going offensively, nor did Juan today. Just one of those days, the other side's really good, and when pitching executes at a high level, I don't care who you are, it can be tough sometimes. So just one of those days. Look forward to watching him out there tomorrow.
And why Bob Tewksbury?
I'm not going to go down not too far down that road. It's not that interesting. Bob's interesting, but not.
Ron.
Were you surprised at how quickly Soto has bonded with the fans out there, bowing and talking to them all the time?
I think it's too early to say the bond that has happened already. I mean, we just got home. So am I surprised that the fan base is ready to embrace him and can't wait to see him? And, he's one of ours. And obviously the Dominican population in the Bronx and in New York, it feels like a match made in heaven, but we just got home. Let's evaluate the relationship down the line a little bit. But I can't imagine him not being beloved the way he goes about things and the kind of player he is.
And you think what happened in the 8th after the at-bat was just frustration from wanting to do really well in his first game here?
Oh, yeah.
Take 2 more. We got Stroman on the way. Joe.
Aaron, what did you make of Anthony Volpe's day, and how would you characterize his growth from last year to this year?
Yeah, another solid at-bats again for Volpe. Just really excited about where he's at, how he's playing, the player I believe he's turning into. Credit to him for just having a really strong winter and spring and making necessary adjustments, and I think we're going to continue to see it really pay off.